see that we still have buy stop liquidity above, which lets me know that buyers may be drawn into that area above it. So we have BSL above. And I also see we have sell stop liquidity below. So that lets me know liquidity resides above and below price. All right, that is something we do know. Okay, I've got this daily order block here because it's the most recent higher time frame order block. So definitely want to just be mindful of that. All right, the most recent order block area below would have to be a breaker, right? And I do the most recent order block below because if price sells, this could be a potential targeted area. So I'm just going to mark that daily breaker. Obviously, that could change as I keep scaling down. All right. And what would you guys say this candle so far today has been doing? Like, what has the market been doing so far today? Yeah, it's bearish, right? So notes, I would say that price has been more bearish today. But overall, last few days have ended bullish. All right, because every day before that literally ended in a bullish market. All right. So I'm going to scale down to see what else I see. All right. So one thing that I do see is that price is rejecting multiple times off of this 4-hour order block. I see that there is some more sell stop liquidity below, which lets me know that liquidity definitely resides below price. I also see that there's a strong impulsive move to the upside of the market that can only be filled with sellers. So there's also imbalance to fill. All right, so we've got some imbalance to fill. And I want to scale down, keep going. Something I noticed actually on the 4 hours, ever since price traded into this daily order block, it's been failing to swing higher since yesterday. So I'm gonna put that fail to swing higher. All right, and let's see it. Yep, and you can still see it there. All right, so my 4-hour SSL looks a little different. Obviously, you know that there's some wicks involved with it. You can always redefine it if you want. Initially, it's the same area. All right, so I could see clearly that price is definitely trying to push down. It's not only sell stop liquidity here, but this is a very popular 1-hour order block because price continuously rejected off of it. So I'm actually going to mark that instead of this most recent one because price is already disrespecting it. All right, and let's go to the 15 just to see what I have. All right, I see that price rejected this order block here, and price has been rejecting this order block here multiple times, right? But I'm going to make it a 30 OB because if price does close below, I can easily redefine it to the most recent there. All right, let's go to the 15. And then we can actually see already that the most recent order block is going to be this 15-minute order block here. But the 30-minute order block is far from the 1 hour. What does the 1 hour have to do with this order block here? We're looking for the most recent order block, not if it's close to the 1 hour. All right, so the current most recent order block is the 15-minute order block here. And if we're talking about the 1 hour, you could see there is a 1 hour order block right there, but I'm going to keep it as a 15-minute order block. There is an order block here, right? But as you can see, price is already trading into it, and it shows me that it's not really respecting it. All right, so I'm not gonna mark it up. What I will say is looking on these different time frames. Oops, wrong one. I do actually see something before the 15-minute, and it's this 15-minute breaker here. So I think I would keep them both just for the sake of seeing what price ends up doing. All right, and then let me get my confluences down here. I also see that there's some imbalance to fill above. All right, so a strong impulsive move to the downside of the market here and here that only buyers can fill. All right, so now that we've got our chart marked up, all right, would you guys be looking more for buys or sells? And if you're looking for sells, where? And if you're looking for buys, where would you be looking? All right, and I'll give you guys a minute. All right, someone said sells at 15 breaker or bear 15 OB. Okay, sells off 15 OB. Thank you. I forgot to do high and low of the day. We literally just talked about it yesterday. So today's the 29th. All right, so the high of the day is all the way up here. And the low of the day is right here. All right. So that doesn't mean that the 15 breaker is invalid because obviously this is the low of the day and the 15 breaker is here, but we would be selling closer to the low of the day. We don't want to sell on the low of the day. This would just be a little bit more risky because we're selling much more closer to it. All right. So it looks like everyone has sells, and I agree. I definitely want to look for these sells. But I definitely want to see price more so come up to the 15-minute order block, right? So I am gonna watch for sells. Now I'm not counting out the breaker. As you can see, if I counted it out, I would have deleted it. But I would much rather see sells from the 15 OB just because it's a little further away from the low of the day. All right, but we'll see what happens. Let's say it sells. Do we have to be cautious of it? Yes, you always have to be cautious of higher time frame bullish order blocks below. I would make this 1 hour bullish order block, I'd make it one of my take profit areas. So that way if when price reaches there, I know to make sure my stop loss is in profit. The 1 hour OB has been respected for buys many times, right? So selling means that we're looking for price to continue the trend that it's currently been in since yesterday and take the liquidity. So price could either sell and take the liquidity and trade below the 1 hour order block, or it could sell and push up when it gets to the 1 hour. And no, the 1 hour, the 30-minute and the 15-minute are literally the same, pretty much the same exact candle. So no, I'm not going to redefine it. It's the same, it's literally the same thing. All right. You can redefine it if you want, but it makes no difference if it's the same thing. It doesn't make my chart any less messy or cleaner, so it doesn't really matter. No, I mean the 1 hour bullish order block. Let's see. Nope, I'm keeping it the same because if I redefined it on the 30-minute, it would make the top of the box 16 points deeper. Now going to the 5-minute, you could redefine it here and it only makes the box 1.5 point difference. All right. But so you could redefine it here. but I like seeing this 1 hour order block and seeing the fact that it rejected off all these areas because that may be important later. So I'm gonna keep it. Oh no, I see my trading view is different. Oh, okay. All right, so looking overall for sells, but watching the 1 hour OB below price. If price takes off selling, there's a chance it could sell to the 1 hour OB below price and buy. So I'm going to say looking first for sells. If price retraces and gives us an entry. If price pushes down first to 1 hour bullish OB at opening bell, I may change bias to buys to enter off 1 hour bullish OB. All right, does that make sense, you guys? So if it retraces first, then I'll look for those sells. If it just straight pushes down, I'm gonna be more open um to possibly needing to change that bias, okay? I hope that makes sense. So if price does this, let me get my tool, my path. So if price does this, if it straight just shots down and then it starts rejecting off this area, I'm more prone to get in a buy. If price, starts here and retraces first, and then I'm more likely to get in a sell. All right. So pre-market emotions, how are you guys feeling this morning? How is everyone feeling this morning? All right. We've got great, good. I feel good this morning. Good, calm, sick but ready, happy to be alive. Yep, amen. Feeling great, feeling pretty good. Focus, nice. I love to hear it. All right, you guys. So let's see what happens. This is a lot of bearish momentum, but let's see. A lot of bearish momentum. Oh, and look at that. Price is pushing.
Order filled.
And it is rejecting. So I'm going to go ahead and take that risk. Looks like price is very volatile this morning. So I took the risk a little early, but we're going to see what happens. Look at that. Price is indeed rejecting my area. So I took the risk this morning. All right. So I'm in the risk with sells, and let me just get that TP1 so you can see. All right, look at that. Well, what do you guys think? Can you guys say that I followed my plan this morning? All right, what do you guys think? Did I follow my plan this morning? All right, look at that. Price is pushing down. All right, so the market gave me an opportunity to be extremely aggressive this morning, and I took it because it aligned with my plan. So now, no matter what happens, I know that I followed my plan, right? I know no matter what happens. Look how far price pushed down. That is clearly my plan. Price failing to swing. We've got SSL below. We've got imbalance to fill. So hopefully price can hold it and continue to push. All right, TP1 has been hit. All right, let's get ready. TP2 is a very risky area. Boom. TP2 has been hit. Make sure you guys
Order filled.
take partials, move stop loss to break even because TP2 has been hit. This is a risky area because price could want to buy here. We know that, or it could keep selling. This is a risky area. Take partials, move stop loss to break even. All right, we know that price could buy off this area, or it could keep selling. right? We don't know what it's going to do. So you may be like, well, why didn't you wait for the buy? Well, because who said it's even going to buy there, right? So I told you I was going to react off which one reacts first, because that could be the direction of the overall market for the day. All right, so let's see. Price is struggling at that 1 hour order block, but I'm not surprised for the simple fact that it's a 1 hour order block. All right, drop a 2 in the chat if you've secured some money this morning and your trade is risk-free. Everybody should have secured some money this morning and have a risk-free trade. All right, look at that. Price is trading into TP2 again. All right, so hopefully it can hold it. My entry is off the rejection off breaker. All right, nice. I'm seeing a lot of 2s in the chat. I'm out for the day working on the plan. Have a good night. So some people may just want to secure all their profits at 50 points, and that's okay, depending on if you're working, your lifestyle. Sometimes people just want to do a 1-to-1, and that's fine. You want to do what works for you. Like Kevin, he's working on the plan. He's out for the day. That's perfectly okay. All right, for those of us still in, price is trading towards TP3, and price is almost there, you guys. Look at that. Look at that. I'm moving stop loss deeper into profit because price is literally right at TP3, and bam, TP3 has been hit. If you can take more partials, take more. Move stop loss into profit. TP3 hit. If you can take more partials, take more, move stop loss into profit. All right, so nice, you guys. Stop loss should be in profit. All right, price almost was close to TP4. Everybody should have made money this morning. Do not leave any money on the table, meaning your stop loss should not be at break even anymore. All right. If you did not get in the trade, I would not be scaling in right now. This is a very risky area to scale in. You would need to wait to see if price closes. Oh, and TP4 has been hit. So you need to wait to see if price closes below this area for the next 15-minute candle if you did not get in. All right, TP4 hit, move stop loss to TP2. All right, so that is what you would need to wait on. You need to wait to see for the next 15-minute candle, is price going to close below and use that 1 hour order block as a breaker. All right, great job today, you guys. This is a great trade. Yep, over 100 points already secured. So let's see, we're almost at that next take profit target, and bam, TP5 has been hit. Go ahead and move that stop loss to TP3. Do not leave that money on the table. TP5 hit, move stop loss to TP3. All right, and again, I update the community for those who may not have made the call, and also if you just want to go back and look at the charts. All right, look at that. Price is continuing to push. All right, we are pushing down nicely, you guys. Look at that. There we go. It's continuing to push. Sells are really hard to scale in on because they are so strong. Price is almost at that next take profit target, so I'm moving my stop loss even more into profit. Next take profit hit. Your stop loss should be at TP4. TP6 hit, stop loss at TP4. All right, and I'm trading on a 50K account. All right, so I only risked $300 for this trade. If you guys are wondering, I did 3 M&Q contracts. All right. And look at that. Overall target is about to be hit. I've already secured half my profit, so all this is just extra. All right, overall target about to be hit, which is 173 points. All right, moving stop loss deeper into profit because I don't want to risk all that money on the table. All right. So I'm gonna post that, moving stop loss more into profit. Don't want to leave too much money on the table. All right, do you guys have any questions about this trade? No, I did. I just want to add. I would not be adding. You need to just stick with what you have. Especially in futures, adding doesn't work the same as Forex, so you don't need to scale in the trade if you've already gotten an entry. Now you just need to manage your trade. Recovered from a loss I had yesterday, made money for the day. Nice. And I see someone passed 5 compound accounts. Great job. Great job. Make sure you post those in the chat. I would love to see them. All right. Trailed my stop loss, done for the day. Nice. Great job, you guys. Well, we are just at this point waiting to see if price is going to hit our overall target, but we're already done for the day, right? And it hasn't even been 10 minutes since we've entered the trade. So these are literally my favorite days. All right. If nobody has any questions, we're all done for the day. Now we just wait to see where price is going to, if it's going to continue pushing down or come back and hit my stop loss and profit.